Yo, Bravo TV got the fights and lies, receipts, proof, timelines, roll the tapes, guys. Will mom talk survive? Girl, nobody knows. One cast crying, one exposing hoes. Fan or fanatic? Everybody messy, everybody dramatic. Are you a traitor or a faithful tonight? Either way, somebody's starting to fight. Lori asked what nobody else gon' say. Offends the whole cast by the middle of the day. It's not about the pasta. Okay, sure, bro. I don't know what I did to you, but I'll take a Pinot Grigio. Yeah, fan or fanatic.
I've been following the great Eric Goldie for a while. And I was at my first Bravocon. And I was obviously hanging with all the Bravo celebrities. But the only person I really wanted to hang with, I wanted to go into the hotel room with you and Carole Radziwill. And that's all I wanted to do. I wanted to leave the con of Bravo and hang with you guys. I had FOMO. And I said to myself, Lori, because that's my name, Eric, you're gonna hang with them at some point. And here we fucking are. Welcome to Fan or Fanatic, the great Eric Goldie.
Wow, that might be the best intro I think I've ever had.
There's been a few people that I'm like, I'm supposed to be friends with them. We're supposed to be having martinis in New York.
Yeah.
So
Right.
for people that don't know anything about you, where the fuck have they been, actually? Head under rock.
I know. It's exhausting, right? Like trying to educate these people on who I am, what I've done. What have I done, though? I mean, honestly, it's like actually wild when people are like, what's your shtick? Like, what's your thing? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, go on my Instagram.
There's a point where I'm hoping you and I don't have to carry ID anymore, right? You just walk around.
Oh my God. I mean, that's the goal. Yeah.
Right?
And no. Well, my name is way too common, but I would like to just go by a first name.
Oh.
Eric. Oh, that's Eric. Like Sue Bell. I said on my podcast, I was like, Sue Bell. Like, who needs a last name when you have Sue Bell running around Palm Beach? It's, it just writes itself. It's great.
Should we give you a middle name that's a little bit like, I guess it would be Eric. What is your middle name?
Matthew.
Ugh.
I know.
Eric Matthew Goldie.
I
Mazel tov.
Yeah, literally. They were like, that is the most boring Jewish name I've ever heard in my life. And I was like, okay, well, I got bar mitzvah, so what can I say?
Let's talk the world of Eric Goldie. If you could describe who you are to the beautiful people in a few sentences, go.
I am a lifestyle content creator / real estate agent / podcaster, I guess now. I just like keep adding things to my resume. And a husband, I always forget about that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like people, I don't know what people know me from, because I feel like a lot of, people's lives, like you have different chapters, and it's the same with social media. Like I've had my chapters of social media. I've had like my young, stupid little like Twitter chapter where I was like, that was dumb. Why did I do any of that? And then like my Instagram chapter where everything was like curated and beautiful. And now it's just like my yapping into the camera chapter where I feel like I'm talking to a friend on FaceTime. So it's, I don't know, it's been like a fun kind of like evolution of like creating what I'm doing now. So I love it. I don't know where I'm going with this, but
I think this is your best chapter.
Well, thank you.
I do.
Happy.
Eric,
right?
It's my favorite thing to do. And sometimes
You're good at it. You have me laughing.
Sometimes I upset people and disappoint them.
Why?
And really make their life bad so I can just make them laugh after.
So you just make them miserable and you're like, wait, I'm going to build you back up. Me, my husband, I don't know why I keep
We know Jeremy. Oh, maybe they don't. Maybe there's 4 people who don't know Jeremy.
Jeremy's my husband. Mm-hmm. That's
Wait, Eric, are you gay?
I've been known to be.
Oh, this is
actually
amazing.
The other day I made a TikTok video. I think I might be bisexual only because I like Lady Gaga so much.
I thought you were going to say you think I'm hot. Damn.
Oh, yeah, that too. But I am like so unbelievably not sexual even. No, I'm not. I'm gay.
You're gay.
Did
Eric Goldie just come out on my podcast?
I think I did. I think we just broke news. Who's going to report on that? Eric Goldie, not gay.
We love you no matter who you are, Eric.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I needed to be told in high school. But I worked for NBC for a little while, and that was a really fun job. I worked at Saturday Night Live. Everyone was kind of like the biggest and the best in what they did, and there were 2 people the whole time that I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna like be chill around these people. And I was I was a fan of them more than I was a
Okay.
fan of overall SNL. And one was Kristen Wiig and the other was Lady Gaga. And I got to be with both of them. And the cool thing about how it operated, there were three pages on the assignment at a time. So it was myself and then two other women that were with me, young ladies. We were all kids basically. We were like fresh out of college. And you would kind of like pick and choose which guest for the week you wanted to have like one page kind of assigned to. And I called dibs on Kristen Wiig and Lady Gaga. So I was with them for like 4 days straight, like their right hand. It was the most
Oh
iconic.
my
I mean, I
gosh.
don't know how, like, I peaked. Like, there was no higher, like, feeling than being in a room with your idol. Incredible. Like, everything that everyone thinks Lady Gaga is, she's that and more. Like, she refers to you by your name. She made sure every single person felt like they were seen. It was, it was really the most incredible interaction I think I've ever had with a celebrity. It was why I mean, Instagram was it. There was no TikTok. I don't even think there were like reels. I think it was just photos. And you were like forbidden from taking photos
So,
backstage.
what did that do for you, career
Literally,
wise, and your esteem?
Please like, subscribe, and review. I'll do it for you.
literally nothing career-wise,
Okay.
because unless you it made me realize like, okay, this was the coolest. I think I was there for 7 months, 6 months, maybe. I don't know. Coolest 6 or 7 months of my life. Like, this is so cool. Am I going to get a job here? Probably not, because to be completely honest, a lot of them are hired from either within, like, or they like know someone who's like a director there, or like the costume designer, or Louis Zakarian, who's been there for 100 years and does the prosthetics. Like, they know someone high up at SNL and they get hired to work in the talent department. Like, it is very much an internal, almost like operates like a family. Like, unless you know someone who already worked there, you're probably not going to get a job. Or someone who's friends with like Lorne Michaels. But I knew that that was just like a really cool phase.
Okay.
What am I going to do next? And my next assignment was with, I was still in the Page program. I worked at USA Network um, in their PR department. So I got to
Okay.
work. I mean, I got like lucky with my time. I got to work
Yeah.
on the launch of Chrisley Knows Best, the show with
Stop.
Todd
Stop.
Chrisley.
They
Do you want
may
to know the?
be. They may be on my podcast. I'm obsessed with them.
Okay, Todd Chrisley is like actually, he is one of the funniest people I've ever
On
met in my life.
Earth.
Wild. So I actually had a little like mishap a few years ago. So I had Todd's number because I worked with him. Like, I was literally like with them from, they were like, no one knew who they were. Like, I worked on the launch of their show for USA Network.
Oh my God, you have his number. I need his number now. Can we call Todd right now?
What's your favorite reality show
We're
right
going to
now?
talk about
Like,
that.
what do you?
Followers
Okay.
told me I was a poser because I'm a huge Bravo addict. I do a ton of content for them. And they said, how
Yeah.
dare you, Laura? You've never watched Summer House. Last winter, this time, I sat
Yeah.
my big tuchus down and
And you
I
watched Summer House.
binged every season. I did it from a
Yeah.
Friday till a Sunday morning. And you know what I just did last week, Eric? Little
What?
boy.
What?
You know what I did,
What?
little boy? 12 seasons of Married to Medicine.
Wait, Married to Medicine, is that, wait, that show's not on anymore, is it? Is it on?
Yes, it is. And I'm a latent
It is?
lifer.
Wait, I never hear.
It's
Wait, I
so
never hear.
good.
Wait, you know what? I met a Married to Medicine person at
In
Bravocon.
Bravocon. I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah. No, she was sweet. I don't remember her name, but I met the husband first, and he was like, "My wife is a doctor," and I was like, trying to put together. I'm like, "Why is she here?" Like,
So
I
what's
don't
funny
understand.
is at the old Bravocon, I see all the Married to Medicine people, and then
Yeah.
they have their panel. I'm like, ugh, and I'm ignoring them. I leave the panel, and now I'm a huge fan. Let's get back to your life. So when you went from I'm best friends with Todd Chrisley to
Yeah, best
what?
friend. Okay, so that was USA Network, and then afterwards, I actually worked at People Magazine for 3 years.
Ooh.
It was the opposite of everything I thought it was going to be. Like, I was first of all, it was a live show, so I had to be in the office at 5 a.m. because obviously news never sleeps. Entertainment news never sleeps.
No,
And
thank
the
God.
show was live at 8. At 8, I had to be ready to go at 8. And it was such a stressful job. Normally, I think people would like get in and like, I don't know, pop an Adderall. I got in and I took a Xanax. I was like, I need to chill. At 5 a.m., I was like, give me a Xanax. Like, it was so stressful.
What did you do?
And
What was your job?
we were okay. Well, I got hired to be an associate producer on the show, and then I I never got a pay raise, obviously, but I got bumped up to like a producer, and then I was also doing some on-air segments. Then I was also writing, and I was doing literally everything, talent management, trying to get talent on. Like they knew I had a Housewives hookup, so it was like I started as something, and then the
Ooh, it sounds
crew.
very stressful.
You have no idea. The
Oh,
crew didn't get any bigger. The crew stayed the same size. I think we might have hired like one person. And then like as we would hire one, another one would leave. Like it never really grew, but the workload kept getting bigger. But it wasn't like anyone's fault really on our team. It was more like the People magazine team that, because I was there from when it switched from just like articles on the site to then they wanted video.
online.
So we
Yeah.
started off following the news that they were
Ugh.
breaking on peoplemagazine.com, and we would basically do video the next day. To we were waking up to whatever happened the night before or like the day before or whatever, creating video content. And then those videos that we would do it in our 30-minute show, however long it was, that show would get chopped up. Each headline we reported on would get chopped up and embedded into the articles that People was then running.
Did you hate your life then?
I literally went to therapy.
Yeah.
I was in therapy. I was in
I
therapy.
feel
I
that.
was depressed because when I first started there, we were getting in at 5. Might have started at like 4. I don't know. It was terrible. I'll say 5. We were getting in at 5. It was in the winter. I think it was like
Oh,
February, and we were getting out at like 3. So I'm not exaggerating. I saw an hour of sunlight a day. Like it was horrible. And I met Jeremy during that time. And I always say, like, if he could have loved me during that, like,
wow.
holy shit.
That's
Like
when you
I
met him?
literally I met him when I was doing that, and he like was just coming to New York, just realizing like how fun the city is.
How'd you get out of it?
I ended up getting a job at a digital marketing agency, and I wasn't sure if I was like, do I want to like switch out of like media and entertainment? But like social media was like blowing up, and this agency ran social media for major television networks, and I was like, this could be it. Like maybe I want to do this now, like social media, like maybe this is the thing for me. And they realized that I was like kind of had this like funny, sassy sort of voice on social media, and they would put me on all of the comedy accounts. They would put me on, I was on America's Next Top Model. I loved it because I could say everything I didn't want to
Oh,
say on my own accounts, like
oh.
on these show accounts. And it was so much fun. Like it was great. Like the
Why'd you
people were
leave
amazing.
it?
Well, because then I got my first Instagram deal, and I was like, fuck, like it's more money than I make in a
So
year.
you're blowing up on Instagram. Early
Yeah.
days on IG.
Yeah. I mean, no one really knew what like creators were supposed to be paid. So I was getting locked in for year-long brand deals with these companies. I remember it was a protein drink company, and they paid me for an entire year, not upfront, but it was per month. And it was pretty much the amount of money that I made. I mean, I wasn't making much money at that agency, but it was
But
basically the amount of money that I made in an entire year at that
what?
agency. Yeah, I mean, I love real estate. I still do real estate.
Yeah,
I don't know why I play it down so much. I'm like, yeah, I guess I do real estate. Like I do. I had 2 closings last month. I have a listing.
in New
Like I'm
York.
in New York. So like if you sell one thing in New York, like you make a decent amount of money. So yeah, I still do real estate. I love it, but social media is like my everyday thing now. And it's just wild to look back on where it started. It's so
And
good.
let's talk the Bravo sphere.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. What
Okay,
what's
do it.
your favorite ones? What are your least favorite ones?
Carol is obvious. Carol Radziwill is one of my closest friends. I ran into her going into a nightclub, and she was coming
So
out. And
fucking
my friend
cool.
was like,
That's
"Oh
such a
my
cool
God." It was
story.
great. It was so cool. Like that shit like that doesn't happen anymore because there are no nightclubs. So my
Yeah.
friend was like, "She's a housewife." And I'm like, Housewives was not what it is today. And I was like a closeted kid living in Ohio. So I'm like, I don't like, why should you call women housewives? Like, is this she is on The Real Housewives. It's like this reality show. And I was like, oh shit, cool. So we took a photo together. I posted it randomly on Twitter, and she messaged me on Twitter and was like, oh my God, I need someone to help me with my social media. Do you know how to use this platform? And I was like, yeah, sure. Shoot me your number, DM me your number, and we'll get together. And she tweeted out her phone number. And this was like
Tweeted.
during season when Twitter was the only platform. Like there wasn't even Instagram.
So that's
So
that's
everyone,
season -9.
yeah, it was, I don't even know what season she came in on. And I was like, delete that tweet. You just tweeted out your phone number, and I texted her immediately.
Hysterical.
Yep. And so we've been friends ever since. We live in the same building now. I mean, we're inseparable. She's like family to me. She really is. And so she asked me to go to Bravocon with her. And I was like, sure, that sounds great. And like a few days later, she was like, you're coming to Bravocon, right? And I was like, yeah. I'm like, yes, when? Like, tell me when, tell me the details. And she goes, well, you'll have to book your flight and hotel room. And I was like, I thought I was at the Javits Center. Like, where the fuck are we going?
Ha! You didn't know it was in Vegas, baby.
And like, it's so funny because people think I read all of her comments. I have access to her Instagram, so I see everything. And people are like, you're trying to be cool. I'm like, that is
Oh, she
literally
is
how she is.
cool.
That is just Carole. Like she's cool. Like
Is she still in that apartment without the kitchen?
it has a kitchen now.
Damn. Oh, did she put it in when she was banging the chef?
Yes, I think Adam convinced her to
He was
put a
hot.
kitchen
Where's
in.
Adam today? He's hot.
Adam is now Adam is a kid.
Oy.
Adam has a child.
Okay.
No,
She's too
and
cool to
she-
have kids. So, do you watch any reality TV?
So I do sometimes. I go through phases. I love the new season of Beverly Hills. That one girl, what's her name?
Amanda Francis.
What is happening with her? Like, can we? You definitely know better than me because I just start. I'm like
Obviously.
coming in fresh. I think Rachel Zoe is one of the best things to happen to that franchise. I
Ever.
think she is like obviously made for television. Her one-liners, 10 out of 10. Like, no notes. The fashion, it's exactly what the viewers want to see on that show. Amanda, I think, watched the show and was like, "This is what the viewers want," and then is trying to deliver that. And I'm like, nobody asked for any of this. Have you been to Luann's cabaret show?
Yes.
It's something.
Yes. So you
Did you
do
go during Bravocon?
I didn't go during Bravocon. Bravocon.
Genius.
I
Yeah.
didn't leave the I sat in that lobby
Yeah.
and I held court.
Wait,
and
you didn't leave the hotel?
I went. Tell you what I did. I snuck in. I snuck in the green room and hung with everybody until I got kicked
Yeah.
out.
The green room is fun.
I
The
hope.
green room is where you see literally everything happening. My favorite interaction was actually between Carole and Kathy Hilton, neither of whom I think have ever seen the shows that they're on or any other Housewives shows. And I'm sitting there and it's just me, Carole, Kathy, and Jeremy. And Kathy's yapping about, I don't even know, something on Beverly Hills. And Carole kind of like cuts her off and she goes, Kathy was wearing a necklace that said hunky dory.
Oh, no.
And Carole goes, who's hunky dory? And I, even not watching like much of that season, I'm like, I know that reference. I'm like, oh my God, this is so funny.
That's what makes
And she goes-
Carol so
I know. She's like, who's hunky dory? And Kathy goes, I'm hunky dory. And she goes, great.
In terms of your relationship with martinis,
Oh my God.
how do you take
I
your
mean-
how do you take your martini, Eric? Because
Okay.
I'm
I
gonna
like
throw you for a
Grey Goose.
loop.
Yeah, this is such a challenge to answer this question. Love a Grey Goose martini up, slightly dirty with a blue cheese olive. How do you like your martinis?
Okay, listen.
Oh my God.
Blanco tequila.
Oh my God.
That's just the beginning. Put your seatbelt on, son.
Strap in.
Muddled jalapeno.
Okay.
Pickle juice.
Wait, that sounds so good. And I have all those ingredients. I feel like,
Of course you
do I need to make this tonight? Will you text me that?
do. And a blue cheese stuffed olive by a little child in India who hasn't eaten and it has no shoes. Okay.
My favorite martini is at the Polo Bar. By far.
It's hard
Like, it is just-
reservation to get.
It is a hard reservation, but we've been going there for so long that they like us. It's like they run it like a private members club.
Listen, you need to go to the pole.
It's unbelievable.
I can see
And
us
you know what's
going
funny?
there.
It's great. I can too, and they make a great martini. Great martini.
So
And
cold?
Oh my God, you could ice skate on top of it. It is unbelievable. I don't know how they do it, but every single one. I've never even had a mediocre martini at the Polo Bar. Do you ever wake up sometimes at like
You have a problem.
at like 10:30, and you're like, I want a martini. Like, I want a martini.
Eric, at almost
Thank you.
60, I don't wake up at 10:30. I wake up at 5 in the morning after wrestling the pillow and the sheet, what little sheet I put on my burning flesh. And no, I don't wake up
Oh my
wanting a
God.
martini.
Who's
Going,
your favorite housewife? Is that like asking who your favorite child would be?
no, everybody has a favorite child. You like blue cheese olives. I love when they're like, I don't know. Of course they do. Gun to head, even a gun to my head.
Yeah, no, that's my favorite. I would say it in 2 seconds.
I'm thinking, because there's, all right,
So
I'm just going
many
to
of
start
them.
rolling. No, they're not so many of them. I'm just going to go from city to city.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know the cities. Atlanta,
Okay, yeah, I know Atlanta.
Phaedra, Cynthia
Oh, Phaedra
Bailey,
is so funny. Yeah. And
Cynthia
Cynthia's
Bailey,
great.
Phaedra, Nene Leakes. Yeah.
What about Salt Lake? That is supposed to be like the one that everyone is obsessed with. And I recently became friends with Bronwyn, and I love her.
Stop. I saw that. Okay, know
Okay.
this. Know this. I was waiting for the very end of
Yeah.
this question.
Yeah.
So, Salt Lake, absolutely. I've
Yeah.
spent time and made content with Lisa, very close with, just had
Yeah.
dinner with Brittany.
Yeah.
Love Brittany.
Brittany's the one that, what was it, the unicorn? I saw the
Yes.
unicorn at Bravocon, and
Yeah.
she sings, right?
I'll have to
But
tell
why
you the
the
whole,
unicorn?
I'll have to tell, it's a whole thing. It's a whole
The
thing.
whole thing.
But
Yeah, she carried a unicorn around, and I was like, what's happening here?
my team knows I've had everybody I really kind of want on. Bronwyn is everything. Like when I say my favorite, forget housewife, because I don't even
Yeah.
really think of human. And so
Person.
to me, that
Yeah.
I'll know I made it when people stop looking me in the eye. And
Number one.
Bronwyn and I are in a text. Period.
Yeah, she is. So we met her. We followed each other a while ago. She followed me and like DM'd me, and so then we met each other at Bravocon, and she like pointed from across the room. She's like, "You," and I'm like, "Oh my God!" And we hung out at Bravocon. I'm like, "I love you. I think you were just like so fun." I don't know anything about her besides what is on the Instagram, but I think her Instagram is amazing. She's such a good ally. I think she's just like an incredible person and is unbelievable. Like we had, it was like a 4-hour dinner at Polar Bar. She like reached out and made the plan. She was like, where should we go to dinner? We said Polar Bar. We made the reservation, whatever. She came from an event that she was doing with Sonic. Wearing
the big hamburger. You just
she
saw
walked in,
her.
she's like, I feel so bad. I was like, why? And she like opened
She's
her jacket,
iconic.
a hamburger skirt, and I'm like, Bronwyn, you could not have worn a more perfect outfit for this restaurant. They're known for their burger. And she was like, well, I had a Sonic event before this. She had like a little mini
Purse.
like crystal purse.
Yeah, I know
burger.
everything about her. Don't talk.
You can
Eric,
crash. That'll be
this
so much
this
fun.
has been fat. Like we have so much more to cover.
Thank you. I know. Well, now we are. We
We
gotta
are.
have martinis. Wait, I need to try your
Yo,
martini.
Bravo TV got the fights and lies, receipts, proof, timelines, roll the tapes, guys. Will mom talk survive, girl? Nobody knows. One cast crying, one exposing hoes. Fan or fanatic? Everybody messy, everybody dramatic. Are you a traitor or a faithful tonight? Either way, somebody's starting to fight. Lori asked what nobody else gon' say. Offends the whole cast by the middle of the day. It's not about the pasta. Okay, sure, bro. I don't know what I did to you, but I'll take a Pinot Grigio. Yeah, fan or fanatic.